photographs either in the YouTube or in the websites, social media, you might be seeing some 7 or 8-year girls crying before the dead body of their fathers who were fighting for Kashmir. Can you just imagine if your father doesn't turn up for your birthday, how bad you feel, right? You just complain it like anything and you just can't accept it, but that little girl can't even imagine that her father will come back for any of her birthdays. Why they have to fight for the country? They also have children like you, like your parents have you people, like they also have their children, but why they are fighting for the country? And being the educated people, and I have 23 years of experience with the students till now. I always say, manaki swati mutyam antaru, the purest form of calcium carbonate, the pearl. The student's mind is like that. When you people come to the colleges or universities, what is happening is, they are trying to give all sorts of nonsensical behaviors to the students. They are a white paper laga unde vaalla meeda people are writing whatever they feel like on your lives. Better stop that. It is the nation which is the utmost importance. Why I am telling you this is, I just told you that whatever has happened in the universities about how to give back Kashmir to those Pakistan. I have a nephew who was when he was around 4-year-old, the twin tower blast took place in US. To be honest, of course, that is a stigma on the face of humanity, but all of us have some feeling against US that it is trying to encourage terrorism in other countries and all. Then I said before that fellow who is studying 2nd standard or 1st standard in US, like these people were taught a lesson that they can't play with the other nations. That fellow felt so bad. He loves me so much, but that fellow, with my words, he felt so bad that he started crying and he started sobbing like anything, and immediately he started taking the pledge that was taught in his school. He was sobbing, and in that sobbing only he was singing that pledge of his nation. He was 4-year-old. And those people who were just encouraging that Kashmir should be given back to the Pakistan, they are 20-25-year-old. Is this what we want? Is this what for the military is fighting against Pakistan? And their lives in Pananga Betti, Manakosam Vallu, they are trying to protect the nation. Manamu, when the temperature goes up to 42, we need an AC. When the temperature dips down to 4 degrees, we need heaters. And in a place like Leh, even if they are given a cup of tea, within a minute it gets cold, and there won't be any proper privileges given to the military who are safeguarding the territories of the nation. And what great things that we are doing within the country. We are enjoying the movies in the multiplexes. We are enjoying the caste politics. We are enjoying all other sorts of nonsense at the cost of their lives. What as a student you have to do? As a student, it was your responsibility to work for the nation. Your identity is Indian. Your caste is Indian. Your religion is Indian. Your province is Indian. The only identity that a student has is Indian, nothing more. And for that, those people are fighting for our safety. So try to keep this in mind, whether it is Swami Vivekananda or somebody else. They are trying to tell you, work for your nation. You people are all one. Unfortunately, when you just talk about the disturbances that the universities have, people talk that it is because of the caste politics, it is because of some nonsense and all these things. If you look at US, it is a multi-ethnic nation. If you just see in New York, there is a separate township called as China Township. And most of the citizens in the US, they are migrants from other countries. That is how US has been made. US is not a separate country like India or like UK or like any other country. It is a land of migrants. And still they are encouraging that. When somebody, few days back, we know one Telugu person was shot dead. Immediately the country took an action against that fellow and he was given capital punishment, because what they said is the main concept of this country is to encourage the migrants, though they are migrants, to work for the nation, to work for the development of this nation. That is why US is able to beat out everyone, including Russia once upon a time, which was a superpower, just because of that concept. They have inculcated the national spirit even in a schoolboy to a topmost person like a president. They are able to instill the nationalistic spirit. Don't, even if you are a Muslim, you are an Indian Muslim, maybe you can just think of any religion that you can just preach, you can just observe any spiritual followings. You can be a Muslim, you can be a Christian, you can be a Jain, you can be a Buddhist, anything you can be. But if you just look at China, where from Buddhism has come from India. Are they find their identity with India? They never. They try to cut down the throat of any Indian who walk against them. Why we are trying to have our identity with a nation from which the religion has originated and that you are practicing? You can if you just I had my education from Christian missionaries. We used to celebrate Mata Velangini ani spiritual idu undedi. We used to celebrate that. Doesn't mean that I find my identity with Jerusalem and Vatican. Certainly not. My identity is Indian. Though I may follow Jesus, I may follow Prophet Muhammad, I may follow Buddhist, anybody I can follow. That is not the problem. Don't alienate yourself based on the religion to a alien nation. Karl Marx అందుకే చెప్పింది మతం అనేది మత్తు మందు అని ఎందుకు అన్నాడు అంటే డోంట్ alienate your identity, nationalistic identity with the religion identity. Muslim అనేది సౌదీ అరేబియాలో వచ్చిందని how can you extrapolate your identity to Saudi Arabia? You can't simply do that. You are an Indian. Try to have your identity. And this country is giving so much of democracy to you. Democracy need not be misused to an extent where you keep on saying you give back Kashmir to Pakistan. Inexcusable. How many people are dying to protect? How many people are dying to protect the country? Can you imagine, even if a traffic constable is not present in the JNTU circle, can you imagine to cross the road? Certainly not. And a person, they are dedicating their life till their death, they are serving the country, and some people are, particularly the universities, are trying to work against the country. Maybe this is the only country which is trying to excuse such type of things. So I just appeal to all the students, the only nationalistic spirit that you should have is that if you are an Indian and whatever profession that you are into, that profession excellence should try to serve the country. You should excel in your field and that excellence should be in a position to serve the country. And your only identity is Indian, and anything that goes against this concept is highly punishable morally and ethically you are liable for punishment. Okay, so don't ever encourage such type of things. Don't encourage any type of people who try to instill such a type of nonsensical mindset into you. Okay, because India is the developing country. At least you should see when you reach my age that India is a developed country that is feasible because of the youth, the human resources of the country. At least you try to motivate and instill such type of concepts into you and try to serve the country. And this is just an occasion to tell you that Swami Vivekananda is one such icon who has instilled a nationalistic spirit in the youth. I hope all of you follow that type of nationalistic spirit and try to excel in your fields that serves the country. And the technology, being the Institute of Science and Technology, it is the science and technology which can save the nation from the rest of the world. Why US is able to pass over other countries is because of the science and technology. Whatever you say, they have a great science and technology mission.